When you talk about companies that fell from grace, there are a couple of examples spring to mind. Nintendo, Square Enix, and of course Rockstar. The company behind that famous game where you have to follow the damn train.
All we had to do was follow the damn train, CJ.
And then your hands are messed up, and eventually you go get some sleep. The series is so famous that anything else are borderline ignored to the point that Rockstar themselves doesn't bother to remember what they made. I still want a sequel to Bully. I want a new Midnight Club. And I want something else involving a new IP that tries to be innovative, but sadly, it will never happen. We gotta rewind the clock all the way back to July 27, 2007, where everything unraveled. Few weeks after E3, yeah, remember E3? The former director of third-party relations at Sony Computer Entertainment America, Michael Sharrock, announced a new project being developed. And here's some important facts. That project will be handled by Rockstar North. It's a new IP from Rockstar, and lastly, it's an exclusive title for the PlayStation 3. Yeah, PlayStation 3.
In North America, the PlayStation 3 will be available at retail on November 17th, 2006. The 20GB PlayStation 3 will retail for $499 US and 549 Canadian dollars. And the 60GB PlayStation 3 for $599 US, 659.
I feel kinda old now. It also adds on, Rockstar really wanted to make a game that you can truly only do on PlayStation 3, and added that the reason Sony locked the intellectual property down as an exclusive deal was because Sony believed the franchise would set the bar for the rest of the industry. Those are the only stuff that they announce, while everything else are kept in the dark. Fast forward to June 2nd, 2009, at the annual E3 conference presented by Sony, the former CEO of Sony Computer Entertainment America, Jack Tretton, announced Agent, the new game being developed by Rockstar North along with its logo.
The greatest franchises in the industry have been synonymous with PlayStation platforms. For more than a decade, Rockstar Games have been delivering unrivaled interactive experiences to fans all over the world. Today, we'd like to announce a new property coming from Rockstar North. It's called Agent, and it will be exclusive to PlayStation 3. Agent will take a player across the globe amidst the shadowy world of espionage and assassins in the darkest hours of the late 1970s. It's clear that Rockstar recognizes PlayStation as an ideal place to build an audience, and that's why we're thrilled to have Agent coming exclusively to PlayStation.
In the press release, Rockstar founder Sam Howell proclaims Agent as the ultimate action game that Rockstar wanted to make for a long time. The team in Edinburgh is doing an amazing job combining intense action, atmosphere, and story in a great period setting to create something that feels quite unique. We cannot wait for people to experience this game. And then the former president of Take-Two, Ben Feder, also came out and said Agent is genre defining and a whole new way of experiencing video games that we haven't really seen before. That's all the stuff they ever say officially. And when you combine all facts together, just think of this game as Metal Gear Solid of the 1970s. Most importantly, remember Rockstar North is the one that made the game, the one behind the popular Manhunt series. So you can somewhat predict how this game will play like. On September 7, 2009, in a question and answer section on their blog, Rockstar Games stated the Agent could be released as early as 2010. We are working on a lineup of PlayStation 3 releases for 2010 that we know you will be excited to play, including Red Dead Redemption, Max Payne 3, and the PlayStation 3 exclusive Agent. Though Take-Two Interactive did not comment on the subject until March 2010. Skipped to June 2010 at the year E3, Take-Two Interactive confirmed the title was still in active development, even though it had never been seen by the public up to that time. May 24th, 2011. It's still the same answer. E3 2011. Still the same thing, but this time they are implying that it will be multi-platform release. And then comes August 15, 2011. Leif Donahue, which I hope I pronounced right, a former Rockstar North environmental artist, on his resume reviewed some images from the game, and that's where we can only see the game for the first time. From the looks of it, the setting of the game indeed took place in the 70s, judging by the atmosphere and the aesthetic of the surrounding. It could also mean that the player will have to sneak around in a tight area while attempting to meet their objective. This could also mean that player can either run around to confuse the enemies while finding the right spot in order to make their next move. Mind you, all of these images are from 2009, and it kinda makes the fan worry knowing that they still haven't reviewed any latest build yet. Then we wait till August 1st, 2012. During the Take-Two financial report for 2013, Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick said that there was no new information regarding the game, and we haven't announced anything about the title, and the waiting continues. In February of 2013, during the time when 90s Arcade Racer is just announced, the PS4 enters the arena to be a new console for the new generation. Rockstar was one of the many developers that are included in the list that will be making games for the new console. But you guessed it, Agent is not one of them. Someone asked the boss of Sony Worldwide Studio, Shuhei Yoshida, if Agent will still be a PlayStation 3 exclusive, but he replied,
"You are asking the wrong person. I have some knowledge, but I'm not in a position to talk about it."
But good news is that Rockstar Games have also launched an official website for Agent, what says nothing more than coming soon. The game also been added to the list of Rockstar games with social club compatibility, while the trademark name is renewed as well. Maybe there's more hope for this game to be released? Maybe? I think I already answered your question. Fast forward to 2015 December, where more screenshots were leaked showcasing the location and the map of the game. Like I said earlier, the game is shrouded by the vibe of the 70s, so it's no surprise to see them trying to imitate the element. And as usual, those images from 2009. The game is still in development hell, or worse, no progress has been made at all. Oh great. A year later, the name gets trademarked again. You know the drill, it doesn't mean anything anyway. Then comes August 2017, where a Twitter user by the name of Bully2Info leaked more images of the game, including a possible new location of the map depicting a snowy area and a tunnel, which I think is possibly a set piece that connects the hub world between each other. Perhaps all this graphical improvement means that the game is gonna be completed soon? Scratch that, because in 2018, Rockstar stopped trademarking the name, foreshadowing something bad is happening. Okay, maybe they're just trying something out. Okay, maybe they're just fixing other names. Maybe they're just trying to add a new name, because this is just a placeholder. You know, maybe just trying to find a creative name because Agent. People could get confused with Agent 47 or James Bond series. Maybe some other names will make the name stand out amongst other. And then comes October 2021, where the most dreaded news came. Rockstar did the most unthinkable thing. The website to the game has been taken down, and if you try to access it, it redirects you to the main Rockstar page, or the list of games doesn't include Agent itself, concluding that the game has been scrapped forever. And that's the long history of Agent, an unfortunate project that was abandoned by the company in favor of other games that they'd rather develop on. When you think back, it is pretty sad knowing someone actually waited from 2009 all the way to today only to be disappointed with their decision. And with what the key people at Rockstar keep proclaiming about their game being revolutionary, we never get to see the end result. The game could be the next PUBG of gaming, don't quote me on that. Since the game was meant to be on PlayStation 3, the game could be an example that showed the world the capability itself and what the game could do. The game could potentially push the console to its limit, but sadly, we will never know. And with Rockstar being what they are nowadays, there's no sense of creativity left within the company. I guess that's the reason Dan Houser left the company. It's also another example of sad reality where we'll never see another series return. Like I said earlier, Midnight Club, Bully, The Warriors, etc. Because they'd rather do something else to make the fans mad. Those games have big potential, but unfortunately, wrong decision left and right ends up ruining their chances to shine in the public. Whether it was handling the game to the wrong developer, trusting the wrong person to get the job done, or just running out of options to continue operating the business, etc. Those games ends up meeting their demise, and they don't deserve to be that way. But the reality is cruel, and consider yourself lucky if your product can garner lots of attention, because most of them aren't that lucky. And that's why this story will remain in a missing archive. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, be sure to like, share and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss a thing.